Lesson 2.7 is on factoring quadratic equations. So the new part today was that we actually have an equation that we need to solve. And so I'm going to do number 6 for you. So it looks like this. Okay. So this is a quadratic equation because the highest degree of the variable is squared and it has an equal sign in it. Okay. So the first question is it in standard form and is it set equal to 0? Well, it's not set equal to 0, so we need to plus 2 on both sides. Okay, notice that I did this together, put the 2 under the negative 42 so that my like terms were lined up. I get 8v squared minus 4v minus 40 equals 0. Additive inverses, they go away. Okay. Checked for a GCF first, which you guys have been doing well with, and it looks like they have a 4 in common, so pull out a 4. We always like to make our numbers smaller if possible. And let's just slide this over here and factor it over here. AC is going to be negative 20. Factors of negative 20 that add up to be negative 1. Well, I'm thinking the numbers have to be close, so like 1 and 20 won't work, 2 and 10 won't work, 3 doesn't work because it's a decimal. How about 4 and 5 of some sort? Which one's going to be negative? I'm thinking it's the 5. Okay, so those are my magic numbers. So I'm going to have 2v squared plus 4v minus 5v minus 10. Throw in my parentheses here for factor by grouping. 2v v plus 2 and negative 5v plus 2. So when I rewrite this, let me bring it back up here, it is going to be a 4 times a v plus 2 times a 2v minus 5, and all of those, when multiplied together, equal 0. Okay? So just slide this up. So I have 3 things that I need to test. Again, I don't really care about the 4 because it does not equal 0, and there's no variable that I can plug in to make it equal 0, but I do care about the v plus 2 because if I subtract 2 from both sides it looks like negative 2 is an answer, and I do care about the 2v minus 5 because I can set him equal to 0, add 5 to both sides, divide both sides by 2, and get 5 halves, and that's an answer. Okay, how do I check these answers? You go back to the original thing and you say, well, what am I going to plug in to the variable spot to check and see if it works? So what you would do is you would plug in a negative 2 first, you would see that it works, and then you'd come back into this exact same expression and you would plug in a 5 halves and also see that it works. It takes a little bit of time and being careful to make sure that these fractions get plugged in right. But those are your 2 answers there.